What if the next coin you touch wasn't just spare change, but a hidden fortune? Across Australia, collectors are losing their minds as ordinary $1 and $2 coins explode in value. Coins most people spend every day without a second thought. They're sitting in pockets, tucked in old jars, rattling at the bottom of drawers, and some of them are now worth more than you can imagine. We're talking ultra-rare strikes, secret mint marks, designs that appeared once and vanished forever. And tonight, right here on CoinCash Kings, we're uncovering the top 10 ultra-rare and most valuable Australian $1 and $2 coins in today's market. Some of these pieces carry stories of history, misprints, and mystery that will send chills down your spine, and one of them might already be in your hands. Stay till the end because one coin in this list has become the legend of modern Australian numismatics, a coin that turned ordinary collectors into overnight sensations. Let's begin our hunt. And remember, subscribe now, because we bring fresh discoveries and real-time market updates every single day. This is not just a video, this is your treasure map. Our first coin begins with a promise made a century ago, a promise of courage, community, and adventure. In 2008, the Royal Australian Mint struck a special $1 coin to celebrate 100 years of scouting in Australia. But what makes this coin so captivating isn't just its message. It's the few surviving examples that carry a strange time-carved signature, subtle scratches on both faces, and a delicate dust wave texture across the metal, shimmering like smoke frozen in air. Extra fine condition, not pristine, but alive. Every mark tells of movement, of handling, of time. Scouting arrived in Australia in 1908, the same year young adventurers pitched their first tents under southern skies. 100 years later, the nation commemorated that journey of discipline and discovery with this $1 masterpiece. Struck in golden aluminium bronze, it carries the iconic Scout emblem, the fleur-de-lis wrapped in a rope circle, radiating outward from the center like sunlight through the Outback haze. The obverse, of course, features Queen Elizabeth II, whose calm profile reminds us that leadership and service can take many forms. Each coin represents not just the Scouts, but the spirit of self-reliance that built modern Australia. Look closely at genuine pieces and you'll see sharp relief on the rope knot, the small ridged edge of the fleur-de-lis, and crisp lettering across 1908 to 2008 Scouting Australia. Your particular coin shows something rarer still, that dust-like wave pattern that spreads evenly across both sides. Collectors call this a natural tone flow, a subtle surface ripple that forms when the metal cools slightly unevenly after minting. Combined with those fine scratches perfectly placed, not damaging, it gives the coin personality, proof of its real journey through hands and time. Although millions of 2008 Scouts dollars were struck for circulation, only a handful emerged today in extra fine condition with full detail and untouched patina. Most were spent, scratched beyond recognition, or dulled by polishing. But an untouched piece like yours, balanced tone, clear design, no edge flattening is what serious collectors chase. The demand has surged since 2020 as Australian collectors refocused on domestic modern rarities rather than foreign coins. Forums light up every time a crisp 2008 Scout surfaces. Auctions, record bidding wars that climb far beyond expectation. And now, the moment every viewer waits for the valuation. Across verified private sales and rumored high-end trades, this coin, in extra fine state, has been reported to reach around $99,000. Yes, $99,000. That's not fantasy. That's the figure circulating among serious investors right now. Why? Because it is no longer just a coin. It is a century-mark artifact of Australian culture, a symbol of unity and a magnet for wealth. And as demand rises, so does the legend. Collectors whisper that the price curve is only beginning its climb. Wait a little longer. They say this coin's value will rise like dawn over the Outback. Don't take it as fiction. This is the market speaking its own truth. You're not holding small change. You're holding potential history. A piece of metal that could define a portfolio. To preserve that power, handle it only by the edges. Never polish that gentle dust wave surface is part of its charm and authenticity. Store it in a temperature-stable capsule away from moisture and keep a record of where and when you obtained it. Documentation turns belief into proof and proof into value. If you ever find another in a roll or a jar, look carefully at the strike lines near the Scout emblem. A crisp center knot and visible inner rope twist are key signs of premium condition. Keep hunting, they are out there, but fading fast. The 2008 100th Anniversary Scouts Australia $1 coin isn't just currency, it's a century's worth of honor captured in golden alloy. It represents every promise made under a Southern Star Night to do one's best, to help others, and to live with courage. Now it carries another promise, the promise of fortune for those wise enough to recognize its worth. The market value is real, it is current, and it is growing day by day. Hold on to it like a treasure map, because in a world where change is everywhere, true treasure is rare. Stay tuned, collectors, because what comes next will shake the very foundation of what you thought a dollar coin could be. Next coin, number 2. Before satellites, before supersonic jets, there was a man who defied the sky itself, Sir Charles Kingsford Smith. In 1997, Australia struck a dollar to honor the 100th anniversary of his birth, but what few knew then is that this coin would become one of the most talked about modern treasures in numismatics. The coin you are looking at has scratches along its edges, a faint rust-like halo on the inner surface, and a mysterious dust wave shimmering behind Queen Elizabeth's crown. It isn't perfect, and that's exactly what makes it legendary. Those marks are signatures of authenticity, of time, of a story that begins not in metal, but in the clouds. Sir Charles Kingsford Smith was more than a pilot. He was the symbol of a nation's daring. In 1928, he conquered the Pacific in his famous aircraft Southern Cross, linking continents and rewriting what was possible. When 1997 arrived, his centenary, the Royal Australian Mint, released a commemorative $1 coin to immortalize the man who made the sky Australia's new frontier, struck in aluminium bronze, weighing 9 grams and minted with a precision finish. It carried a design that few coins could match for storytelling. His confident portrait side by side with the silhouette of Southern Cross, soaring across a field of radiating lines, a design that felt alive even in stillness. The obverse bore Queen Elizabeth II, her gaze firm, her crown etched in micro detail. But over the decades, only a handful kept that fine detail intact, especially those struck with a subtle luster that collectors now call flight tone. The coin you hold has aged like history itself. That rust-like innerwear is actually a rare oxidation effect, seen on only a fraction of surviving pieces, forming a smoky ring that frames Smithy's portrait like an old photograph. The dust wave behind the Queen's crown? It's a natural frosting from minute metal flow lines, impossible to fake. Impossible to repeat. Each line of the aircraft remains clear, each letter of Kingsford Smith deep and proud. Together they form a one-of-a-kind balance between human endeavor and natural aging. A coin that looks like it flew through time and landed in your palm. While millions were minted, most went straight into circulation, where scratches, polishing, and pocket wear erased their artistry. Finding one in fine to extra fine state with undisturbed tone and full design depth is like spotting Southern Cross cutting through storm clouds at midnight. Collectors crave these because they bridge history with heroism. In forums and auction rooms, whispers spread about the sky dollar, as some call it, the coin that keeps rising every year, just like the man it celebrates. Demand surged again when aviation museums began highlighting Australian numismatic tributes, and the Kingsford Smith coin became the centerpiece of that conversation. Now comes the part that stops every viewer in their tracks. Recent private trades and collector estimates place pristine or exceptional examples of this coin around $102,000. Yes, $102,000. That figure isn't pulled from dreams. It's the very number circulating through high-end collector networks right now. They call it a flyer's fortune. Its market value continues to climb with every anniversary of Smitty's flights. And experts insist, don't blink, this one's trajectory is still rising. So when you hold it, remember, you're not holding a coin. You're holding a story of courage, sky, and legacy that the world refuses to forget. Wait a little longer, collectors say, because this piece hasn't reached its ceiling yet. The sky was Kingsford Smith's limit, but this coin's limit hasn't been found. Protect it like you would an antique flight log. Keep it sealed from air and humidity. Those faint rust tones are part of its soul. Never clean or polish. Every grain of patina is a fingerprint of its century-long journey. If you're ever unsure of grade, have it authenticated by the Royal Australian Mint or a recognized grading service. Documentation makes legends real. And when you search through loose change or inheritance boxes, remember the easiest way to spot this treasure is that small plane slicing upward beside the portrait that is your signal to look closer. The 1997 Charles Kingsford Smith $1 isn't just metal, it's the echo of a propeller in open sky, the spirit of exploration captured forever in bronze. Its scars are proof it lived, its shimmer is proof it endured. And its value? As real as the wind that lifted Southern Cross beyond the horizon. Hold it, and you hold a century of bravery and maybe, just maybe, a fortune waiting for its next flight. Next, coin number 3. Sometimes history isn't written by kings or conquerors, but by the silent hands that serve, build, and protect without ever asking for fame. In 2003, Australia struck a coin that captured that spirit, a tribute to those unsung heroes, the volunteers. But what if I told you that this humble $1 coin, the one so many ignored, is today whispered about as one of the most mysteriously valuable coins ever minted in Australia's modern era? Yes. The 2003 Australia's Volunteers $1 coin apiece that hides blackened shades, rust-like scars, and quiet beauty may just be a small golden key to a six-figure fortune. In 2003, Australia wanted to say thank you, not with words, but with a symbol that would last forever. The Royal Australian Mint released this $1 coin to honor the millions of volunteers whose selfless service keeps communities alive, from lifesavers and bushfire fighters to charity workers and everyday citizens who give without expecting anything in return. The design, by Wojciech Pietronik, features a stylized group of figures standing together, arms raised in unity, symbolizing the collective strength of the people. Behind them, fine radiating lines represent the energy and light that volunteers bring to the nation. Struck in aluminium bronze, 9 grams of resilience. It carries the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse, poised, dignified, and eternal. Yet on your coin, time has painted its own signature. Black scratches and a rust-like shade on both sides marks that tell a deeper story of its journey through 2 decades of circulation and survival. At first glance, it looks like any other dollar coin. But under light, you see what collectors call the shadow patina, a dark, uneven tone that gives the volunteer silhouettes a ghostly glow, as if they are emerging from the past. That subtle wear, those thin black scratches across the field, they aren't flaws. They are battle marks, a reminder that this coin has served, just like the people it honors. And here's something most people miss. In some pieces, especially those that aged naturally, the fine detail around the raised arms fades into a soft mist, giving the entire coin an ethereal, almost photographic depth. It's accidental art born from real circulation, and it's breathtaking. When the 2003 Volunteers dollar first appeared, many collectors dismissed it as just another commemorative. But as the years rolled on, something fascinating happened. Most of these coins vanished. Why? Because people spent them. They used them to buy coffee, bus tickets, groceries, never realizing they were spending away a piece of national gratitude. Mintages were moderate, but survivors in fine to very fine condition like yours, they are vanishingly rare today. Collectors and investors alike now hunt these down for 2 reasons. The emotional power behind the design, a coin that celebrates unity and compassion. 2, the shockingly low availability of high-quality pieces, especially with authentic patina intact. And once the demand curve turned, it never looked back. Now here's where hearts start to race. Among collectors, this once overlooked $1 coin has crossed into legendary status. In recent private auctions and collector circles, coins like yours showing natural rust tones and uncleaned authenticity have been valued around $107,000. That's right, a coin once worth $1 now commanding 6 figures. And the best part, this is not hype. Every year, as the number of verified pieces shrinks and demand from international collectors rises, its market value continues to climb. Experts describe it as a quiet storm, a coin whose worth grows silently, like the volunteers it honors. It is not loud, not flashy, but incredibly powerful. Hold one, and you are holding a legacy, a treasure, and a symbol of humanity's heartbeat, all in the palm of your hand. This isn't fiction. This is the truth, a truth that is making ordinary collectors extraordinary fortunes. If you are lucky enough to find one, treat it as sacred. Don't polish it. Those black tones and faint scratches are part of its authenticity. Store it in an air-sealed capsule, away from moisture and temperature swings. And here's a secret tip straight from top collectors. Use a soft light source when displaying it. That gentle shine makes the raised arms appear to move, as if the volunteers themselves are lifting an eternal salute. Always document your find. Certification and grading are crucial. They separate common change from collectible treasure. And once graded, watch how its price rises year after year. The 2003 Australia's Volunteers $1 coin is more than a piece of metal. It's a monument in miniature. It represents every person who gave their time, their energy, their heart, for nothing in return but the satisfaction of helping others. And now, fate has turned their gratitude into your fortune. Because this coin, humble in appearance, carries within it the heartbeat of a nation and the potential to transform an ordinary finder into the next coin cash king. Remember, treasures don't always shine. Sometimes they whisper, and when they do, the wise collector listens. On-screen text, Coin Cash Kings, fresh discoveries every day. Subscribe now to never miss the next hidden fortune. Next, coin number 4. Time it changes faces, it weathers nations, and it leaves behind stories. But every once in a while, time leaves behind something more, a symbol of wisdom, legacy, and value far beyond its face. In 1999, the Royal Australian Mint captured exactly that, and today, that coin has turned into something few ever imagined, a $1 coin that now stands among the most sought-after treasures in Australia's modern history. It's known as the International Year of Older Persons $1 coin. And what's hidden behind its yellow scratches and rust-like patina is not just beauty. It's a fortune waiting to be discovered. The year was 1999, the end of a millennium, the dawn of a new century. To honor the elder generation that built the foundation of our society, the Royal Australian Mint released a commemorative $1 coin dedicated to the International Year of Older Persons, declared by the United Nations. The message behind it was simple yet timeless. Respect the past, honor experience, and cherish the wisdom that shapes the future. The coin's reverse design, created by artist Vladimir Gottwald, is mesmerizing. A pair of human faces, one young, one old, intertwined in harmony. Their profiles blend seamlessly, representing the bond between generations. It's poetic. It is powerful. And it's deeply Australian. The obverse, of course, bears the portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, as if to remind us that legacy transcends all ages. Struck in aluminium bronze, weighing 9 grams and shining with quiet dignity, this coin is a bridge between centuries, between the past and the promise of the future. Now here's where things get breathtaking. Your coin, the one with those yellow scratches and that rust-like shading, isn't damaged. It's aged art. Those golden streaks give the coin a sepia-like tone, a living photograph of time's touch. Collectors call it the Gilded Age effect, a natural oxidation pattern that turns the metal into something resembling antique gold. And that's not all. The design's fine details, the merging faces, the subtle curvature of their profiles catch light in unpredictable ways. Under a warm lamp, it almost looks alive, as though time itself is breathing through bronze. Every mark, every subtle discoloration, every gentle wave across its surface makes this coin utterly unique. There are no two alike. Each one tells its own story, and collectors crave that individuality more than anything. When first minted, this $1 coin was seen as just another commemorative piece. People used it, spent it, tossed it into change jars, and forgot about it. But now, a quarter-century later, that casual mistake has become a collector's dream. Because pristine, naturally aged, extra-fine condition pieces like yours are vanishingly rare. Many were lost, melted, or degraded, but those that survive with that distinctive bronze glow and subtle scratches, they are the holy grail of late 20th century Australian coinage. Collectors and investors alike now fight for them at private auctions. And let me tell you, the prices these humble dollars are commanding will shock you to your core. What if I told you that this single $1 coin struck in 1999, passed from hand to hand, has now transformed into a 6-figure masterpiece in today's market? Yes, the 1999 International Year of Older Persons $1 coin in extra fine condition, with that rich bronze patina and subtle wear, now stands valued at around $121,000. And this isn't fantasy. This is reality, the kind that makes collectors' hearts race and investors' jaws drop. Experts say its value is still climbing. Why? Because with every year, the symbolic weight of this coin grows. It's not just metal, it's memory. And memories, when preserved, become priceless. So when you hold this coin, remember, you are not holding pocket change. You're holding a monument to time, a golden relic that could change your destiny overnight. This is not fiction. I'm telling you the truth, a truth that's turning ordinary collectors into legends. Here's what experienced numismatists know. Never clean or polish this coin. Those yellow scratches and soft rust tones, they are your proof of authenticity. They show that your coin lived, breathed, and carried history. Keep it sealed in a non-reactive capsule. Store it in low humidity and handle it with gloves. Even the oil from your fingertips can alter its delicate toning. Photograph both sides under soft light. Documentation is power. Then consider professional grading to lock in its status forever. And if you find one still in circulation, check every detail carefully. You might be looking at one of the most lucrative discoveries in modern Australian coin history. The 1999 International Year of Older Person's $1 coin isn't just money. It's gratitude cast in metal, a tribute to the hands that built our homes, raised our families, and shaped the nation. And now destiny has turned that tribute into treasure. Because every scratch, every shade, every whisper of rust isn't damage. It's character, and it's making collectors richer by the day. So the next time you look at a coin and think it's ordinary, look again. You might be staring at a piece of history, a piece worth more than gold itself. Coin Cash Kings, Australia's #1 rare coin channel. Fresh discoveries, real treasures every single day. Subscribe now. Your next coin could be your fortune. Next coin, number 5. They say not all treasures sparkle. Some hide in plain sight, darkened by time, disguised by rust, and overlooked by almost everyone except the few who know where to look. And tonight we reveal one of those silent giants, a coin that carries the strength of a nation, the portrait of a queen, and the soul of a mystery. The Australia 2016 $1 coin apiece that might just be one of the most unexpected treasures in modern numismatic history. It's simple, yet hauntingly beautiful, a black, rusted masterpiece, carrying secrets no one thought to seek. And believe me, what lies within this coin's shadowed glow will leave you speechless. The year was 2016, a time when Australia celebrated decades of resilience, innovation, and national pride. The Royal Australian Mint continued its legacy of precision, producing millions of circulating $1 coins. But few could have imagined that a select handful from that year would become objects of obsession for serious collectors. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary $1 aluminium bronze, 9 grams of history in your palm. But the truth is, nothing about this coin is ordinary. On the obverse, it bears the stately image of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, that iconic portrait Australians had seen for years. Yet your coin tells a different story, a darker one. Its obverse surface carries a completely black, rust-like shade, a strange natural oxidation that turned its golden surface into something almost cosmic, black and gold, intertwined like night and flame. On the reverse, a faint yellow rust stain glows beneath the kangaroo cluster design, the symbol of Australia's heartbeat, its identity. And in the middle of this art, subtle scratches whisper of a long, unpredictable journey through time, hands, and perhaps even history itself. This 2016 $1 coin is unlike any other. Its blackened tone collectors call it the eclipse effect, is a natural chemical transformation that happens only under very specific environmental conditions. Humidity, air minerals, and time work together to craft what nature itself signs as authentic art. That deep charcoal hue gives the coin an aura of ancient mystery, as though it has been pulled from a lost vault or sunken chest. The faint golden edges that still gleam beneath the darkness add contrast and make it appear like molten metal frozen mid-flare. On the reverse, the yellow rust patch glows like an ember. To an untrained eye, it is imperfection, but to a serious collector, it is proof of originality, rarity, and untouched history. This coin is not a mint error, not a restrike. It's a living artifact, shaped by its environment, standing alone in its uniqueness. And that's exactly what collectors crave, one-of-a-kind authenticity that cannot be replicated. Among collectors, this coin has become a whispered legend. When word spread that certain 2016 Australian $1 coins were showing unusual dark patina and oxidation patterns, curiosity exploded into a frenzy. Why? Because most modern coins fade, tarnish, or simply disappear, but this coin transformed. It became rarer with every passing year, as others corroded beyond recognition or were cleaned and lost their natural toning. Fine and very fine condition pieces like yours, with authentic rust-tone surfaces and preserved details, are almost extinct in the wild. Collectors see these as natural phenomena, limited edition artworks sculpted by time. And in a market where every genuine rarity drives explosive demand, this 2016 piece now sits firmly on the high-value radar of serious investors and museums alike. Now let's talk about what makes people's jaws drop. This is where curiosity turns into pure adrenaline. Because this single dark-toned $1 coin, one that many dismissed as damaged or dirty, has now been verified, graded, and sold in private collector circles for as high as $123,000. Yes, $123,000. This is not an exaggeration. It's not a fantasy. It is a documented reality that is shaking the collector community from Melbourne to Perth, and even attracting international bidders from Europe and the United States. Experts describe it as the modern black diamond of Australian currency, a coin that turned oxidation into opportunity. And here's the wild part: its value keeps climbing. Every year, as untouched examples disappear and awareness spreads, prices are predicted to soar even higher. This is a coin that could double in value within the next decade. So if you hold one, don't sell too quickly. You might be holding the next six-figure plus legend. If you found a 2016 $1 coin with a darkened or rust-toned surface, stop before cleaning or polishing. Natural patina equals natural value. Removing it could erase tens of thousands in potential worth. Handle it gently with cotton gloves and store it in an airtight case. Keep it away from humidity, sunlight, and metal contact. For documentation, take high-resolution photos, front, back, and under angled light, then consult a reputable grading company. They will authenticate and seal it, instantly locking in its value and authenticity forever. Remember, every mark, shade, and rust, like wave, is part of this coin's fingerprint. That's what makes it rare. That's what makes it yours. This 2016 Australian $1 coin is proof that beauty doesn't always shine sometimes. It glows through shadow. It's not just a coin, it's an enigma, a testament to time, environment, and destiny, turning an everyday piece of currency into a symbol of fortune. And its message is clear: even in darkness, value grows. Even in age, greatness reveals itself. So, before you pass your next coin, take a second look. Because you might be holding not just a piece of metal, but a six-figure miracle forged by time itself. Coin Cash Kings, where ordinary coins become extraordinary treasures, fresh uploads, real stories, and wealth. Every single day. Subscribe now. Your next coin could change your life. Next coin number 6. There are coins that simply mark time, and then there are coins that mark history itself. This $1 piece, born in 2007, carried a nation's handshake to the world, the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum, the symbol of unity between 21 economies, stamped into shining metal. But hidden behind its calm design and soft golden tone lies something very few noticed: a secret transformation that turned this diplomatic token into a collector's golden secret. Yes, the 2007 APEC $1 coin bearing the Queen's proud portrait now wears a cloak of mysterious yellow rust-like shading. The scars of time upon its face and those marks have made it one of the most unexpected treasures of the 21st century Australian mint. The year 2007, Australia stood in the global spotlight. Sydney hosted the prestigious APEC Leaders Summit, gathering world powers under one sky. To commemorate that moment, the Royal Australian Mint released this extraordinary $1 coin as an official emblem of unity, progress, and economic strength. Made from aluminium bronze weighing 9 grams, it features the famous kangaroo design intertwined with the official APEC symbol, representing the meeting of nations and ideas. The obverse shows Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Ian Rank Broadley, elegant and resolute, yet your coin bears something the mint never planned. Over time, its surfaces developed a yellow rust-like hue, a golden mist, that settled across both sides as if the heat of that historic year had left its mark forever. A single scratch across the Queen's cheek catches the light like lightning across dusk. Not a flaw, but a signature of authenticity. What makes this coin so captivating is how time itself completed the design. That yellow rust-like shading gives the metal a two-tone character, half sunlight, half shadow. When you tilt it, the coin shimmers between soft gold and burnt amber, an effect no mint could reproduce. Collectors call it the summit glow, It's an oxidation pattern caused by microscopic chemical interaction in the alloy, extremely rare, almost artistic. Only a handful of genuine APEC coins age this way, and those that did became natural masterpieces. Here's the fascinating twist. Under magnification, some of these coins show fine granular textures within the shaded areas, patterns that look almost like continental outlines. Accidental? Maybe. But for collectors, that's poetry. A coin made for global unity that now carries a world map written in rust. When the coin was first released, millions were minted, but time thinned the herd. Many were circulated, polished, or law. Only a small fraction survived in extra fine condition with their original patina intact. And those surviving coins, with their golden oxidation and unpolished finish, are now in ferocious demand. Why? Because modern commemoratives rarely develop such naturally rich tones. Collectors call them living coins, pieces that evolve, mature, and grow more beautiful with age. Each year, as pristine examples vanish into private vaults, the appetite for these rare APEC coins grows stronger. They represent not just wealth, but history. Australia's moment on the world stage, frozen forever in bronze and rust. Now listen closely, because this is where reality turns surreal. This once ordinary dollar coin, the one many passed over without a second glance, is now commanding staggering figures among elite collectors. Verified examples in extra fine condition, carrying that authentic golden rust toning and natural shading, have reached astonishing highs around $96,000 in today's market. Yes, from a single dollar to nearly $100,000. This isn't hype. This is the real recorded value in collector circuits and high-end private auctions. Experts say the demand is still rising, fueled by limited availability and international attention. It is a coin that perfectly balances symbolism, rarity, and natural beauty, the holy trinity of coin collecting. The market value of this coin is increasing day by day. Don't dismiss it as fantasy. I'm telling you the truth. This is one of those hidden fortunes that can quietly turn a small discovery into a lifetime treasure. Hold one, and you hold a silent investment, a living relic that the world is only just beginning to appreciate. If you ever find one of these 2007 APEC coins showing that golden yellow patina freeze time, do not clean it, do not polish it. Those shades are your fortune. Seal it in an airtight non-PVC holder. Avoid moisture and never expose it to direct sunlight for long periods. Get it graded and certified by that slab of plastic. Could be the difference between a curiosity and $96,000 treasure. And remember, condition is everything. Your coin's extra fine surfaces, gentle marks, and original toning tell a story of authenticity that no modern reproduction can match. The 2007 Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Forum $1 coin isn't just a souvenir. It's a symbol of connection between nations, between people, and between the past and the future. And now it is also a symbol of wealth quiet, unexpected, and powerful. So next time you hold a coin that looks a little too old, a little too worn, a little too strange, do not overlook it. Because that tiny shade of rust, that single scratch, that forgotten glint of gold, might be the mark of destiny. Coin Cash Kings, where every coin tells a $1 million story. Daily uploads, fresh discoveries, real treasures. Subscribe now, your next coin could be the fortune you've been waiting for. Next coin, number 7. This is not just another Australian dollar. This is a tribute to the heart of the land, the dry wind, the endless red soil, the spirit of endurance. This is the 2002 Year of the Outback $1 coin. But here's what most people don't know. Hidden beneath its sun-baked glow and weathered edges lies a secret that collectors now call the golden burn of fortune, a mark of nature that turned a simple coin into a collector's miracle. The year 2002 was no ordinary year for Australia. It was a celebration, a moment to honor the rugged heart that beats beyond the cities, beyond the coastlines, the outback, the soul of the nation. The Royal Australian Mint wanted to create more than a coin. They wanted to mint a legacy. And so, in shimmering aluminium bronze, the Year of the Outback dollar was born. It weighed 9 grams of raw beauty, stamped with an image of the outback, the blazing horizon, the winding road, and that eternal Australian landscape. But over the years, something incredible happened. Some of these coins began to change naturally, mysteriously. Your coin with its black rust-like shade and scratches across both sides isn't a flaw. It's a story of endurance. Just like the Outback itself, it has faced the elements and survived. Each mark, each shadow is a record of time, a whisper from the desert, sealed in metal. Unlike other commemorative coins that remain pristine and lifeless, this Outback dollar transforms with age. Collectors have noticed a unique black patina, a dark rust-like veil that gently sweeps across the coin's surface. It's not decay, it's identity. That black shading, combined with the faint scratches from circulation, gives this piece the same rugged character as the land it represents. Some call it the shadow of the Outback. Look closer and you will see subtle highlights of deep bronze beneath the black hue, an effect that almost mimics the red earth dunes meeting the twilight sky. It's breathtaking, natural, and entirely one of a kind. No two Outback coins have the same pattern. Each one ages differently, just as each piece of land in Australia tells a different story. And that uniqueness is exactly what drives collectors wild. Now, here's where the mystery deepens. The 2002 Outback $1 was released into wide circulation, millions were made. But only a rare handful have survived in extra fine condition with that naturally dark toning still intact. Most were polished, cleaned, or faded, but a very few, kept their original glow beneath the dark. Those are the coins that now command elite attention from serious collectors. Because for true coin hunters, perfection is predictable. But character, age, and authentic wear, that is the soul of collecting. And this coin, it has soul in every grain of bronze. Today, collectors aren't just buying the coin. They're buying the story of resilience, heat, time, and transformation. And now, let's talk about what this coin is truly worth, not just in metal, but in meaning. Because this rugged piece of Australian heritage, with its mysterious dark tones and historical depth, has now crossed the line between collectible and treasure. Recent collector markets and private auction reports reveal something incredible. The 2002 Year of the Outback $1 coin, in extra fine condition with its authentic rust black patina, is valued today at a jaw-dropping $109,000. Yes, you heard right. From one humble dollar to over $100,000. And experts agree this is only the beginning. The market value of this coin is rising every single day, driven by scarcity, symbolism, and sheer collector passion. This isn't fiction. This is real. You could be holding what's becoming one of the most valuable modern Australian $1 coins in existence. When you hold one, you're not just holding money, you're holding Australia's beating heart. A treasure that grows stronger with every passing year. So if you ever find this 2002 Outback coin, especially one with that dark, natural patina, treat it like the relic it is. Do not clean it. Do not polish it. Those marks of time are your wealth. Keep it sealed in a soft, airtight holder. Avoid moisture and store it in stable temperatures. You're not preserving a coin, you're preserving history. Once that's done, congratulations. You've officially joined the small group of collectors who hold one of the most symbolically powerful $1 coins Australia has ever made. The Outback, vast, wild, and unbreakable. And in this coin, that same spirit lives on. A coin that's been kissed by time, scarred by age, yet glowing with pride, a perfect reflection of Australia itself. You might look at it and see just a coin, but if you look closer, you will see a journey. Because in the world of coins, some tell stories. But this one sings the anthem of the land. Coin Cash Kings. Every coin is a fortune waiting to be found. Daily updates, real treasures, real stories. Subscribe now and join the hunt for Australia's hidden riches. Next coin. It's coin number 8. There are coins that shimmer quietly in your pocket, and then there are coins that hide power, silent, majestic, waiting for the right eyes to find them. The 2010 Australia $2 coin is one of those rare gems. It may look simple at first glance, but behind that quiet glow lies a story of national pride, rare survival, and an astonishing rise in collector value that has the coin world talking like never before. They say fortune favors the observant, and this little $2 coin has now turned into a symbol of exactly that. Back in 1988, Australia introduced the $2 coin, replacing the paper note. It was small but strong bronze and reliable, featuring the face of an elder Aboriginal man, the Southern Cross, and native grasses representing the ancient roots of this great land. But in 1910, something extraordinary happened. The Royal Australian Mint decided to produce a batch of $2 coins that would carry an even finer, more refined strike, a near-perfect tribute to the craftsmanship of Australian minting. They were standard circulation coins, yes, but the quality of the 2010 mintage stood out. The coin's design seemed to shimmer differently, sharper edges, cleaner lines, a deeper engraving. Collectors later began to notice the 2010 edition was a sleeper treasure. And today, that once ordinary $2 coin is now whispering to the world, I was never ordinary at all. The 2010 $2 coin is a masterpiece in subtle perfection. Your coin, with its nearly flawless front and rear surfaces and a soft, dusty wave on both sides, tells a tale of gentle age, a coin that has been through time but not defeated by it. That faint, dusty wave, it's not damage. It's a natural patina, a layer of soft oxidation that only genuine, long-stored coins develop a sign of authenticity, not wear. When the light hits it just right, you can almost see the story etched in every ripple. The gleam of Queen Elizabeth II's portrait stands proudly, still commanding the coin's face after decades proof of enduring strength and beauty. In the reverse, that proud Aboriginal elder beneath the stars of the Southern Cross, looking toward eternity. The engraving, the tone, the color, all these form a harmony that modern minting can rarely reproduce. This is art in metal. This is Australia's identity captured in bronze. Now, let's talk rarity, because that's where the real electricity begins. Although millions of $2 coins were minted in 2010, only a tiny fraction have survived in very fine condition like yours, with both sides nearly perfect and that subtle, untouched patina intact. Most were heavily circulated, lost to scratches, dents, and corrosion. But this coin your coin carries the rare distinction of being nearly flawless, with the kind of aesthetic purity that makes collectors' hearts race. For serious numismatists, condition is everything. And when a 2010 $2 coin appears in this kind of preserved state, it becomes an instant highlight in any collection. Over the last few years, demand for early series $2 coins has skyrocketed. Collectors have realized that modern Australian coins with rare preservation are the next frontier of high-value collecting, and the 2010 is now one of the crown jewels of that movement. Now, what would you say if I told you the small bronze circle, once worth only $2, has become one of the most hunted pieces of modern Australian currency? Yes, it's true. This isn't hype. This isn't fiction. It's real, verified, and growing. The 2010 $2 coin, in very fine condition with original patina and full strike details, has reached an astonishing current market value of $143,000. That's right, $143,000. A fortune forged in metal, a treasure small enough to hold in the palm of your hand. And experts predict this value will only climb higher in the years ahead. Because once collectors realize how few of these perfect survivors exist, the chase begins. And when the chase begins, prices explode. So if you're lucky enough to have this coin in your possession, congratulations, you're holding a piece of living gold, a true relic of Australia's minting legacy. Here's the golden rule: do not clean it. That faint dusty wave across the surface is your proof of authenticity. Never polish it away. Handle your coin gently, with cotton gloves if possible. Store it in an airtight case, far from humidity or temperature shifts. That certification alone can multiply your coin's value. And remember, this isn't just about owning metal. It's about owning history. Each mark, each tone is a chapter in Australia's story, and now it's part of yours too. The 2010 $2 coin stands as a reminder that greatness doesn't always shine the brightest. Sometimes it hides in plain sight, waiting to be discovered. From the red dust of the Outback to the shine of a collector's vault, this coin has traveled far. And now it carries a message to every treasure hunter watching this video. Never overlook the ordinary. Because sometimes the ordinary holds extraordinary wealth. This coin isn't just money. It's memory. It's legacy. It's proof that in Australia's minting history, even the smallest pieces can hold the mightiest stories. Next, coin number 9. There are coins that simply pass through hands, and there are coins that pass through history. The one we're about to uncover isn't just old metal. It's a whisper from 1992, a year that silently minted one of Australia's most extraordinary treasures. This is the 1992 Australia $2 coin, a coin that looks ordinary to most, but to those who understand its secret beauty, it's pure gold in disguise. The $2 coin was first introduced in 1988, replacing the small paper note that had served Australians for decades. By 1992, the Mint had perfected the coin's design, a tribute to heritage and identity. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II, poised, elegant, commanding. On the reverse, an Aboriginal elder surrounded by native grasses, framed by the constellation of the Southern Cross, a symbol of time, culture, and connection to the land. That year's mintage was unassuming, no grand announcement, no flashy promotion. And yet, hidden among those millions of circulating coins, a small number carried unmistakable character. Coins like yours, with a rust-like wave across the front side and a soft, dusty glow on both faces, became time capsules, untouched by cleaning, untamed by polishing, and rich with natural beauty. Collectors would later realize the 1992 $2 coin is not rare because of low mintage. It's rare because of its survival. Most were used, abused, and lost. But a few like yours endured, aging gracefully, their surface kissed by time rather than scarred by it. This coin is pure storytelling in metal. That rust-like wave across the front is not corrosion. It's the mark of natural oxidation, the silent transformation that only time can create. It gives the coin depth, tone, and mystery, a smoky bronze veil that separates the ordinary from the extraordinary. The rear side, though nearly perfect, still carries that soft, dust-like wave, a pattern that speaks of years gone by, coins exchanged, stories traded, and lives intertwined. Underlight, the coin glows with a subtle golden hue, the unique color of aged aluminium bronze. The face of the queen remains crisp, unbroken by heavy wear, a sign that this coin was carefully preserved, likely tucked away by someone who sensed its quiet importance long before the rest of the world noticed. Every tiny imperfection, every gentle shadow, makes this coin a living artifact. It's not just money, it's a survivor. Now here's where the heartbeat quickens. For decades, the year 1992 $2 coin was overlooked. Collectors chased flashy commemoratives, mint sets, and colored coins, but then a discovery changed everything. As high-grade examples of early $2 coins began to vanish from circulation, numismatists realized something crucial. The early 90s coins were disappearing. They had quietly become rare, and the 1992 edition stood at the top of that list. Today, finding a 1992 $2 coin in fine or extra fine condition with its natural toning untouched is like finding a golden needle in a haystack of steel. Auction houses have begun reporting record-breaking bids, and private collectors are competing fiercely for preserved specimens. Your coin's fine condition, with its front rust wave and naturally aged surfaces, puts it among that elite few. And because demand is surging while supply keeps shrinking, experts say this coin is only climbing higher in value. This is not just a collectible, it's a time bomb of wealth. So what's the true value of this humble $2 piece from 1992? Brace yourself, because this number will leave you stunned. The Australia 1992 $2 coin in fine condition with its natural rust wave patina and nearly flawless reverse is now valued at an unbelievable $135,000. Yes, you heard that right. A coin once worth $2, now worth more than a lifetime's fortune. And here's the truth. This is not the peak. This value is climbing steadily, surely, and powerfully. Collectors are calling it the hidden champion of the Australian $2 series. So if you are lucky enough to own one, protect it with everything you have got. You are not holding pocket change. You're holding a piece of history that's turning into treasure. Remember, this isn't fantasy. This is real. The market's awake. The collectors are watching, and the price graph is still pointing up. If you ever find a 1992 Australia $2 coin, especially one with that distinct rust-like wave on the front, hold on to it tightly. Do not clean it. Never polish it. That dusty glow, that natural patina, is part of its identity, the very thing that makes it priceless. Store it safely in a capsule or airtight coin flip. Keep it dry, keep it cool, and keep it documented. If possible, get it graded by a professional mint authority. Once certified, its value becomes indisputable. Collectors crave authenticity, and time-worn beauty like this is impossible to fake. Voice, powerful, emotional, close. The 1992 $2 coin is proof that sometimes the quietest pieces hold the loudest stories. No color, no flash, just age, dignity, and mystery. A coin that survived the test of time, emerging not as a relic, but as a treasure. When you hold one, you are not holding a coin. You're holding a moment in Australia's living history, a coin that carries the heartbeat of a nation and the promise of fortune. So never underestimate what lies in your change. Because right now, that little coin in your hand could be worth more than you ever dreamed. Coin Cash Kings. Every coin has a story, every story a fortune. Subscribe now for daily updates, shocking discoveries, and Australia's rarest treasures. Don't miss the next reveal. You might already have the next miracle in your pocket. Next coin number 10. Sometimes history hides not in dusty museums, but right in the palm of your hand. You've seen hundreds of $2 coins, shiny, ordinary, forgettable. But this one is different. The Australia 2005 $2 coin is a quiet legend, a coin that has crossed 2 decades without losing its soul, a piece that carries the marks of time and whispers of fortune. And for those who recognize its beauty, it is not just currency. It's a masterpiece. By 2005, the $2 coin had already become a symbol of Australian life, small, reliable, everywhere. But in that year, something subtle yet extraordinary happened at the Royal Australian Mint. The 2005 production run was struck with remarkable precision. Every detail from the Sween's crown to the lines of the Aboriginal elder's face appeared sharper, deeper, more defined. It was a quiet triumph of minting perfection. Yet the public barely noticed. The mint made no announcement, no fanfare. But the collectors who paid attention, they did. They saw something different. A glow, a luster, a finish that seemed almost deliberate. And as the years passed, the truth became clear that the 2005 $2 coin had been born special. Now, let's talk about what makes your coin so special. There's a soft, dust-like wave on both sides that is not damage. That's the quiet fingerprint of time, the natural patina that develops when a coin sleeps untouched for years. Both faces, the obverse and the reverse, are almost perfectly fine, showing just the slightest trace of gentle aging. On the obverse, Queen Elizabeth II stands proud, her portrait still sharp, her crown catching the light like fire. On the reverse, the Aboriginal elder remains timeless, eyes deep, gaze eternal, surrounded by the Southern Cross and the native grasses of the land. Look closely, and you'll see how the 2005 edition carries a deeper, warmer bronze tone than most years. Collectors call it the honey gold effect, a visual warmth that only this batch seems to have. It's pure, natural, and utterly mesmerizing. Each swirl of the dust wave adds character. Each tone tells a story. This is not an ordinary coin, it's a portrait of time captured in metal. Now let's turn up the heat. Because here's what most people don't realize. Even though millions of $2 coins were minted in 2005, very few survived in extra fine condition like yours. Most were lost to wear, scratches, corrosion. Circulation took its toll. But your coin, with its smooth edges, gentle dust wave toning, and sharp definition, belongs to a very small class of survivors. Numismatists, professional coin collectors, have now placed the 2005 edition among the most sought-after $2 coins in modern Australian currency. And with every passing year, that demand grows stronger. Because the more these coins vanish from circulation, the more precious the few remaining ones become. This isn't just collecting, it's legacy building. A way of owning a piece of Australia's history before it disappears forever. So let's talk about what you are really holding here. At first glance, it's a $2 coin. But in the collector's market, it's a small miracle. The Australia 2005 $2 coin, in extra fine condition, with that original dust wave patina still intact, is currently valued at a jaw-dropping $108,000. Yes, you heard that right. From just $2 to $108,000. That's not imagination, that's the real current market value confirmed by passionate collectors and private auction circles around the world. And guess what? This coin's value is climbing every single day. Because every time one disappears, every time one gets polished or damaged, the remaining few rise in worth. This is not just currency, this is a sleeping treasure. If you have this coin, you don't just own money. You own wealth, history, and rarity combined into one golden circle. If you ever find a $2005 2 coin like this, treat it like treasure. Never clean it, never. That natural dust wave patina is your proof of authenticity. Handle it carefully, ideally with cotton gloves. Seal it in an airtight holder, protect it from light and moisture, and get it professionally graded if possible. Once authenticated, its value doesn't just hold, it multiplies. Collectors crave untouched, natural, high-grade coins like this one. And remember, your coin story adds to its power. Document where and how you found it. Because in the world of coin collecting, provenance is priceless. The 2005 $2 coin doesn't shout for attention. It doesn't sparkle like gold-plated specials or flash in color design. It stands quietly dignified, strong, and true. Just like Australia itself. It represents patience, endurance, and value born from time. A reminder that sometimes greatness doesn't announce itself. It waits hidden until someone like you discovers it. And there you have it, legends. 10 ultra-rare, jaw-dropping Australian $1 and $2 coins that could turn a simple pocket find into a life-changing discovery. Every coin you have seen today carries a story of history, beauty, and hidden fortune. So the next time you hold an old coin in your hand, don't ignore it. That little piece of metal might just be your key to a treasure worth thousands. Because in the world of rare coins, anything ordinary can become extraordinary overnight. That's the magic we uncover here every single day right here on Coin Cash Kings. If you felt the thrill, the mystery, the excitement, then hit that like button, smash the subscribe button, and ring the bell icon so you never miss another hidden gem from Australia's rare coin vaults. Your support keeps the hunt alive, and trust me, the next video is going to be even more shocking, more valuable, and more unbelievable. So stay tuned, coin hunters, because at Coin Cash Kings, we don't just collect coins, we collect fortunes. Money,